DVD is gone for the holiday, so we have a special guest. And
So
I don't mean special like short bus special. I
That's
mean,
what I was just gonna ask. Like special, like I got hit in the head with a brick special?
Like
That's
a-
going to happen later on in the show.
What?
it's more like the blue light special at Kmart.
Aww. So I'm cheap?
Well, I wasn't going to start any
I'm
rumors.
cost effective?
Yes, there you go.
You have a lot of value.
I don't think that's what Kmart blue light means. I've never seen that to be synonymous with value.
Okay. Our fake sponsor this week is Marianne Ale. Why should ginger have all the fun? Coming soon, Gilligan and... What was it? Oh,
Professor?
the Professor. I was trying to think of the Howell
Oh,
the third.
Thurston Howell
Oh,
the third.
Thurston. Ooh, that'd be good for ale.
Are you thirsting for a Thurston?
Thurston Ale. Thurston Ale, whatever.
Have you ever had ginger ale before? Have you ever tasted it?
Ginger ale?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try that again. I was thinking of ginger beer.
No.
Yes.
That was not. I did not like that. I'm not a big ginger fan.
I
It's
don't
very
really
sharp.
like ginger either.
It is very sharp. Would be about the right way to say it.
Even as a kid, I preferred Marianne.
Oh, that's because you are a ginger.
DVD preferred the Professor. It was all those coconuts.
You're just banging two empty ends of coconuts together. So, did y'all have a good Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah, yes I did.
It was.
We wanted to make this banter, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
I was well, Christmas Day was kind of a letdown, to be honest with you, but Christmas Eve was pretty cool. I was in San Antonio where it was 70 degrees out, so
Nice.
yeah. Christmas Eve or Christmas Day came back here to the lovely rainy wet. Although it was snowing, so
Yes, we got a white Christmas,
Yeah.
which doesn't happen here often.
Christmas Eve, middle of the day, it was nothing, and then by that evening, there was a good inch or so of snow.
Apparently, in the past 120 years, this is the 6th time we've had more than an inch of snow on Christmas morning.
Whoa.
I was here for 2 of those. Because a few years ago, I don't know, it was 2009?
8?
Yeah, 8 or 9 they had it.
Yeah, we had some snow.
I remember the winter of 89. Oh, 09. No. I wasn't here in 09.
Oh,
Doesn't mean you can't remember the winter of 09.
I don't remember anything from before I moved here.
it's like a blank slate. He wiped it clean.
Yeah. I had to make room for new memories.
You have a reset button, huh?
Well, I just have limited storage space.
Is that like on the Windows you can just go and restore
Mhm.
factory settings?
Yeah, restore. Yeah, I was basically a new
New
person.
nerd.
I don't know.
Clean wipe when you got to wash it.
Yeah.
I've been formatted.
Everything from before he was Ninja Nerd.
Ninja nerd?
Ninja Nerd. That's our new podcast.
That's what
The
Ninja
Ninja
Nerds
Nerdy Show.
try to build up to become as a Ninja Nerd.
Ninja
Yeah,
nerd.
once you get to black belt nerdity.
I'm trying to visualize an ninja nerd like. Is he on all black? He's obviously got the BC glasses or nerdy glasses going on, and he's sitting there behind his computer, and you
Instead
like
of a katana,
walk up to
he's
punch
got
him
a
and-
scale,
I'm
an
knocking the microphone.
architectural scale.
walk up to punch him, and then he's like typing some code, and a robot comes in and beats the heck out of you, or what?
Sure.
Instead of ninja stars, he throws slide rules.
Or magic cards.
That can work too.
Uh,
So did you get everything you wanted for Christmas?
yeah, I didn't really have a big list.
You didn't
of
want anything,
wants,
so
but
it was all bonus.
I got some cool stuff.
Cool.
I don't know that I really got any tech or nerdy stuff. I'm trying to think. I got a new jack that's strong enough to lift
Did it like
my
a 3-ton?
vehicle. Yeah.
Sweet.
My old jack had a hard time lifting my pickup front end.
Oh,
Is it a hydraulic floor jack? Or?
Yeah.
yeah, it
There's
was a
definitely a big
20-pound
difference.
jack. So, you know.
There's definitely a difference in those things until you commit to the next level up. They won't lift a truck.
Yeah.
I learned that myself.
It should be good. And I got a new griddle top for my camp stove.
Oh,
It's gonna come in handy.
Are you a pancake person?
No, I'm actually made out of meat.
I'm sorry. Pancakes are much better.
Yeah, I like pancakes.
At least he's not waffling.
Yeah.
I know you wouldn't dig this, St. Jimmy, but the best thing when you're camping is to cook bacon and then make pancakes on the same pan that you made the bacon on.
Yes.
Very good.
Or you can just cook bacon, eat the bacon, cook more bacon, eat the bacon.
I suppose you could do that.
My favorite is breakfast burritos, which you can put bacon in or sausage.
So how do you make your breakfast burritos? Do you put potatoes in them?
Sometimes. And then I roll them up in a tortilla. Scrambled eggs. It's good.
I got some cool stuff.
Yeah?
I've got this Enterprise that's behind us.
Which I heard there's a rumor going around that
Look at the thing.
you didn't wait till Christmas to open that.
What?
You didn't?
You guys aren't supposed to know about that. You're telling everyone in the country, in the world that listens to this, that I opened Christmas presents 2 days early.
2 days early.
Oh!
Should turn it on.
Oh, yeah.
Can you even put it there?
Here, just a second.
Oh boy.
There you go.
You turn it on by pressing on the two pointing out portions on the front.
Do the listeners know what we're talking about yet?
Oh,
The
no, the YouTube watchers
viewers
do. It is a Starship Enterprise made out of
Life
mega blocks.
size?
Not life size.
No, but it is pretty big.
It is very large. It's heavy. I was
About a
carrying
foot
it
and a
on the
half
way
long.
here, and it was starting to get pretty
Maybe
heavy.
2 feet.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be based on the picture I saw.
It's like
Yes,
3,000 pieces.
it's 3,000 pieces. Yet.
Well, not for long.
Yep.
It's actually one of the most cost-effective way to buy Legos.
Because they're not Legos, they're Mega Blocks.
Well, even Mega
Ooh.
Blocks.
Oh, really?
Nothing else came close.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if they only made a few and then decided they were going to quit the run and couldn't sell them out or what the deal is, but they're fractions of
Mega.
a cent, basically,
Wow.
compared to 10 cents a block, usually.
Yeah, it took many hours to put it together.
Cool. I like
Maybe
it.
10 hours?
Yeah, that's definitely where Mega Blocks was
You
different
mean
than
a
Legos.
deca hour?
Yes. Not all at once. I did it in 2-hour shifts over 4 days.
That's smart.
It would have been easier if they'd have broken it up by step instead of...
Yeah, so the only problem I had with it was the bags of blocks were not organized very well at all.
Oh no.
And so when I first started, it was just digging through bags, trying to find one piece. And then it helped a little bit when LFG pulled out the Tupperware containers and started separating them that way.
Oh,
Made it easier to see them.
So you didn't have
nice.
to hope you grab the
But-
bag from the correct end and not dump it out in the big box.
As I got going, the easier and easier it was to find pieces because there weren't as many to dig
Yeah.
through.
That only makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, we bought a gift for ourselves, my wife and I, and it didn't get wrapped right away,
Uh-huh.
so it was just sitting around. So we just went ahead and opened it and started using it.
Yeah.
Like weeks before Christmas. That was our Monster Box of Monsters Harry Potter expansion set.
Yeah, you still haven't invited me over to play that.
Ooh, well, we'll have to do
What
that.
are you doing this afternoon?
I'm not going to be home this
Oh,
afternoon.
okay.
so
Me neither.
I'm probably going to be running Christmas gifts around.
I also got a box of gummy frogs.
Ooh.
A whole box
It was
full
awesome.
of bags of gummy frogs.
So the thing is, they don't. I have not seen them in stores where we live. These gummy frogs.
Mm.
I've only seen them in.
It's because they
California
don't
and
like this
Utah.
climate.
I know they've had them in the Midwest, but
I haven't
never
seen
really
them here.
looked for them here.
Yeah, I look for them here all the time, and they never have them. So anytime I go out of state, I make sure and buy some. But my wife got me a big box, well, sizable box full of them, so it was awesome.
You know they're an invasive species, so you should have had to declare those.
I
They
figured
didn't
I'd eat
last
them
long
all
enough.
before they
Oh, yeah.
breed.
Ooh. You don't like gummy tadpoles?
Not as much.
Gummy slugs are better.
Ugh.
Well, everybody's heard of gummy
We just
worms.
call them slugs here.
Oh,
Don't step on them barefoot.
that's
nasty.
gross. I will admit it took some getting used to the slugs. Snails I wasn't so big about, but I was surprised at the number of snails that would climb up the side of my house or on my doors and stuff. But
Yeah.
the slugs are. Oh. Come walk out, and you see a 6-inch long banana slug.
Have you ever seen two of them mating? It's nasty.
Why would you put that mental picture in my mind? Why would you even do that?
Because I'm evil.
Although I did find out that salt really does have its effect on them.
Yes.
I gave my wife a smart watch.
That's smart of you.
That was the most techiest thing we got for Christmas at my house.
So does it look like a smart car?
It's not a
Are they
car.
made by the same people, or what? Why is it a smartwatch?
It's got an Android operating system on it.
Oh,
Does that shoot lasers?
I was thinking like,
Not yet. That's it.
what was the
That's
name
an
of that
upgrade.
70s TV show with
That 70 show?
no the
$6 million man?
the spy, the smart.
Get smart?
Yeah, Get Smart. That's not the same thing. Okay.
No, but the shoes that he got are from Get Smart.
Yeah, you can call people on them. They're smart shoes.
I like
So
the
if
car
I
that he
if
had.
I ever see her out in public and she's talking to her shoe, I know it's
Yeah.
not.
Right. She's not crazy.
Okay.
That would be bad around here where it's so rainy. You have to
Yes.
take your shoe off.
I'm still surprised by the number of people that wear sandals and mesh shoes.
Well, that's why you wear socks with them. Keep your feet warm while you're wearing sandals.
Yeah, but it's
It doesn't
raining.
stop the water.
Waterproof socks. That's what we should market. Waterproof socks.
Yeah. There
You
you
can
go.
wear them with sandals and it'd be all good.
So is our prototype just a grocery bag?
Yeah.
Yes.
Prototype, that's the whole line. You know.
Have you ever put grocery bags on your feet and then put your shoes on?
I've seen kids do that when I was growing up, and we're in the snow-covered hills of Mont Dakota.
Mont Dakota is cold this time of year, I hear.
Yes, it is.
I got my wife some software that's like architectural design software, so you can design houses and things with it.
Oh, cool.
How does that go? Does she like that?
Yeah, she did.
She gonna
You get
design a
loaded up.
house?
She's already tried to design a remodel of my house more than once.
Are you guys just buying a house? You planning on building one?
Oh, well, you can design houses without building them.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just fun.
D Viddy does that all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Look over him at work for 6 hours a day. He's sitting there just throwing stuff together.
That's a
Okay,
long
maybe
lunch
not
break.
6 hours.
Yeah, by the time this podcast is out, I'll be in my new house.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You trying to jinx me?
Well, the date has slipped a few times.
Yeah, but it's firm now.
Firm and full.
You still actually have to sign, which means we have to let you out of the podcast studio.
But the door is locked from the outside.
I could go through the wall.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I've got this battering ram of an Enterprise behind us.
Well, use something of DVDs.
You're probably better off with the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, I'll use the Millennium Falcon.
There you go. He probably
It's
won't listen
designed to
this.
withstand, harsh atmospheres, unlike the
I wonder what
Enterprise.
DVD would say if he came back and there's a big hole in the wall.
It's shaped like
The
Mr.
Millennium
Pole.
Falcon. Oh. Yeah.
Well, I don't think he'd know who it was, even if it was shaped like Mr. Pole. But
He could measure and figure it out.
I can just see that comes
The
home.
dimensions.
That's interesting. Pulls out a tape measure. The dimensions indicates that this is Mr. Pole's hole.
It's too tall to be St. Jimmy. And there's too much hair to be... Oh.
I always thought you were going to go with wide.
Uh,
Not wide enough to be LFG. Oh, well, he doesn't know I'm in here, so we're sneaking this in.
oh, yeah, you were. You came in uninvited.
By him.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty bad if I was really uninvited and I just showed up.
How did you even know we were recording today? Well, I guess it's the right day for recording. It's just an odd time.
Yeah, it's just 10 hours earlier.
Yeah, my wife was like,
It is Thursday.
good luck at 10 in the morning, because she knows I'm not a morning person, and I haven't been getting up this early since I don't have work.
Right.
10
You
is-
haven't been getting up before 10?
I did on Christmas, because the kids were up.
Well, you're going to have a heck of a time going back to work.
I do it all the
I
time.
was up at 7 this morning.
Yeah, I can't sleep in past 9 anymore.
I'm lucky if I can make it to 9.
Well, I was up till 3 the other night, so
I can't stay up
it's
that
easy
late.
to sleep in when you stay up late.
Jeez, I thought I was doing good with staying up to midnight last night, and I'm
I
trying to put
started getting
together
ready
my
for bed at like 8.
Star Wars puzzle, and I couldn't focus on the pieces anymore.
Oh. Yeah, I look at the clock and go, oh man, I should probably get in bed. Because I could stay up all night and sleep all day. Because I'm a night owl. But
I used to do that until I started working here.
yeah, well, I used to work nights too, so.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Works all night and he sleeps all day. He's a lumberjack. He's okay.
What song is that? Yeah.
I was watching that on YouTube the other day, and my wife, who's not familiar with it, was like, "What the heck is this?" And then he started singing about the
She's never heard me
put on
sing.
women's clothing and hang around in bars.
Yeah.
And the chorus is like, "Hangs around in bars." What?
Yeah.
That's a great
The
video.
Backup singers. That's funny.
That's a good video.
It's good Monty Python
Skit.
skit.
Yes.
Skirt. That's
Well-
the same.
Should we move on to nerdiculture?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, one of the gifts I got from St. Jimmy and I's sister was Harry Potter
A
Trivial Pursuit.
sister.
So you got it, not your daughter.
Right. My daughter was the
game
one
is
that
pretty much your daughter's game
that
at this point.
pretty much, because
Mhm.
I have no chance against my daughter. She knows too much. Same with LFG, and I hear St. Jimmy knows quite a bit about Harry Potter.
Well, I do have lots of spare memory space since
That's
I
true.
defragged, so.
So-
Oh, you
something.
defragged recently too. Wow, you are up on the maintenance.
Excuse me. So I thought that I would ask trivia questions, and we could
Ooh.
determine
Spoiler warning. Oh,
who is the Harry Potter master.
okay. So how are we going to?
So what's going to happen is I'll randomly pick one of you to start, and
That's random.
that's pretty random. I've got the
Why
rules
would you
right
even do
here.
randomly, just start with DVD and or St. Jimmy, and I don't know who I'm talking to. We don't have a pencil, do we?
There was one in here. Oh, I brought that one.
If only we had a computer directly in front of us, we could keep score on.
Doesn't seem likely.
Probably not. No.
Okay, so I don't know how it'll work if we use the turns on here, but how about I just take turns asking you each a question?
Okay.
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
Okay. Because that's confusing.
Yeah, you don't worry about playing the game.
All right, I'm gonna shuffle these just in case LFG memorized the first few cards.
First few, I only missed the last 10.
Oh. And then we will
I have a
start.
phonographic memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
don't
you
know
need
what
me
that
to read
means.
them to you, and then you'd memorize them.
No,
Is that
he
what that
needs
means?
them played through a phonograph.
Yeah. I'm on a record
He's-
player, and I'm all
He's
there.
addicted to phonograph needles.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
First time I ever heard the term phonographic finish, I was so confused.
Oh, photo finished, yeah. I haven't requested one of those in a long time.
So we have a dice that helps us determine which category to read.
Okay.
So hopefully that doesn't make too much noise.
It's a lot.
Yellow.
So you're up first, St. Jimmy.
Okay.
I should probably read the question, not the answer.
We're playing this
This is not.
Jeopardy style.
So what is yellow?
And for those of you following at home, yellow is magical people.
Whoa. All right,
Oh
St. Jimmy.
my.
Who becomes the Minister for Magic after Rufus Grimger's death?
Oh. Pious. It's not Baltar. That's Gaius.
Way to mix genres there.
I can't think of his last name.
All right, so should we give him half credit for getting the first name? Yes, let's give him 0.5 points.
No, he got Pious.
I know.
Pious is correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the
Pious thickness.
yeah,
Thickness.
I don't know if they ever
What?
mentioned his last name.
Okay, we'll give you a point.
But that's Voldemort's guy, right?
I'll take your
Yeah,
word
he
for
was.
it.
He's
was
the one that very political answer.
All right, green.
And
What's
green
green?
is animals and magical creatures.
All right, LFG. Who is Hagrid burying when Professor Slughorn and Harry pay him a visit?
Aragog.
Correct. And that's the spider.
Yep, the big
Not to be confused with Aragorn from.
agrophobic.
Acromantula.
Yeah, there you go. Acromantula. Sorry.
Wow.
There's too
All
many
right.
things for me to get all messed up.
Next question.
Blue.
Blue.
That category is Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. What is past making Professor Umbridge the Hogwarts High Inquisitor?
We've read this.
Educational decree. Do I need to know
Correct.
the number?
Nope, that's it.
Good, because
Although when my daughter had this question, she gave the number as well.
Yep.
it's like a low number. It's
Okay.
less than 10. I think.
All right, give a point to St. Jimmy.
No. Oh
Is
yeah,
it?
High Inquisitor was low. That was like one of the first couple.
Orange.
Orange is.
Magical objects.
Hey, that's my job.
Oh, sorry.
All right, LFG.
Fine.
After discovering he cannot use his own wand to kill Harry, Voldemort uses the wand of which Death Eater?
Lucius Malfoy's.
Correct! Give him a
And
point.
then he steals Dumbledore's.
All right.
It's actually Draco's.
No,
Because he.
Voldemort steals Dumbledore's and then kills
Yeah, but-
Snape, thinking that would give him the power of it, not realizing it was Draco that actually disarmed Dumbledore.
Right.
But-
He took it from Dumbledore, but it technically was Draco's. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Yes,
Yellow.
Who did
its
he steal
allegiance
it
was
from?
Draco's, but it was buried with Dumbledore. Yellow. Again, magical people.
All right. St. Jimmy. Which Ministry of Magic employee does Hermione impersonate when the trio infiltrate the Ministry?
I do not know her name.
Corey, did you want to steal?
I don't know. Can I steal? I don't think I can steal. Isn't it with Zelda Hopkins? Or
It
Hopper?
is, but you just get the bragging rights for
Yeah.
stealing, not the points.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, I think that was one that we got the first night they opened it.
Orange.
Orange, magical objects.
All right, LFG. Who became master of the Elder Wand after Albus Dumbledore?
Oh, man.
Oh, if we didn't just talk about this, let's try a different question. That's just way
Okay.
too.
What is special about the hourglass in Professor Slughorn's office?
It runs at the speed of the level of the conversation, or the how did he say that? The more intriguing the conversation, the slower the The hourglass runs.
Correct. The sand runs in accordance with how interesting the conversation is.
Nice.
All right, St. Jimmy.
Yellow. Magical people.
What is the first name of Luna Lovegood's father?
Oh, I know this. I'm drawing a blank.
Took me a minute. It's not a common name at all.
Right. I know it. I just. It's,
He loves foreign things.
Xenophilius.
Yes, that's correct. Did my clue help you?
No.
Okay.
But now that I remember the name, it makes sense.
Okay, cool. All right. See,
We're currently tied 3-3, and it's LFG's
turn.
Purple. Purple is the dark arts.
Who is chosen by Voldemort to kill Dumbledore?
Well, Draco Malfoy.
Correct. That was an easy one. I even knew that one. All right. Orange.
Magical objects.
St. Jimmy. In which school year does Harry use the textbook Advanced Potion Making?
Year 6.
Correct. Yeah, it seems like Spock in the beginning of Star Trek 4 when he's answering questions
Oh.
and they're asking him questions one after the other and he's giving the answer and it's like correct. Anyway, I had to drag Star Trek in here
Red.
somehow.
Magical spells and potions.
All right.
Is that red?
Yes, that's actually red.
It looks purple.
Except the purple.
LFG.
I agree that the
What?
colors are bad.
What effect does the spell Apugno have when Hermione cast it on the birds that she conjured?
It makes them dart after Ron.
Correct. Makes them fly at Ron. All right, St. Jimmy. Blue. When Professor Snape takes over Lupin's defense against the dark arts lesson, he teaches the class about what type of creature?
Werewolves.
Correct. Werewolves. They're wolves. That's from Young Frankenstein.
Oh.
All right. LFG.
Orange.
Magical objects.
The ghosts of which of Harry's loved ones appear when he uses the resurrection stone?
Well, pretty much everybody. His mom, his dad, Sirius, Lupin.
Correct. Lily and James Potter, Sirius Black, and Remus Lupin. All right, St. Jimmy. Red. What color are the streams of light emitted from a wand when it performs the killing curse?
Green.
Correct.
Or,
It doesn't have an or, so I don't know.
that's an interesting question because technically both Voldemort and Ron, or Harry, are actually doing the killing curse when the wands connect. And
All right. LFG.
blue.
Where are Dudley and Harry?
Is that blue or is that green?
That's green.
Okay, green.
Where are Dudley and Harry when the Dementors attack them?
Well, they were at a park and ended up in a tunnel. I don't exactly know what that place was, but
It's an underpass.
Yeah, tunnel.
I actually knew that question too, from the Harry Potter Lego game on the Wii.
I feel like this game isn't nearly as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Apparently, it isn't for either of you. All right, St. Jimmy Yellow. Which Death Eater kidnaps a hooded Ollivander from Diagon Alley?
Ooh.
Fenrir Greyback.
Correct. All right, LFG.
I hate that name. I always get it wrong.
Yellow.
Magical people.
According to Aunt Muriel, what serious crime did Professor Dumbledore's father commit?
Killed muggles. Specifically, I think it was 2 muggles.
3.
It was 3, but we'll give it to you.
Maybe you should give me a half point.
No.
All right, St. Jimmy. With whom was Professor Snape in love from childhood to the day of his death?
Lily
What's his last name?
Potter.
Correct.
Her name wasn't Potter.
Oh well.
So what was her name?
I don't know. Lily and Petunia something.
Tomlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was Lily Tomlin.
Alright, LG. We got a green. What do Harry and Draco see a hooded figure doing to a dead unicorn in the Forbidden Forest?
Drinking its blood.
Correct. And I knew that question too. There's only a few
So
out here
is
that
it
are really
unfair
insane.
that just yesterday while playing Minecraft, I think it was, I watched, maybe it wasn't yesterday, maybe it was the day before, but I watched Year 6 and both of Year 7s.
It'd only be unfair if you watched them after you knew that we were going to do this on the show.
Oh, I suppose, okay. Now I found that out last night.
Now I forgot whose turn it is.
Mine.
Oh. Alright, St. Jimmy. Where does Charlie Weasley live when he is studying dragons?
Romania.
Correct.
Nice.
Do you know the capital of Romania?
Budapest.
Close. It's Bucharest.
Oh, yeah. I get this mixed up.
Yeah, Budapest is Hungary. Alright. LFG. Red. What spell does Harry cast against...
It's really hard. That's a very
Well,
horrible question.
I can only tell because purple's facing me.
Oh, okay.
What spell does Harry cast against Voldemort during their duel in the graveyard?
This is for you, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm.
Oh, is
I'm,
it? Okay.
I'm at a
LFG.
loss. What spell is cast in the graveyard? They're duel in the graveyard. So they're in.
Year 4.
Yeah, Year 4 Goblet of Fire. They're transported to the graveyard. What's his name is dead. I believe he just casts. No, I can't think of the term. It's the one for disarming him. I'm stunning Jinx.
I know it.
Okay, you want to steal?
It's Expelliarmus.
Correct.
This disarming one. I couldn't remember what the name of it was. Expelliarmus.
Alright.
We are now
We're all
tied.
tied up.
St. Jimmy. Green. What is Sirius's nickname when disguised as a dog?
Padfoot.
Correct. And LFG. Purple.
The Dark Arts.
Who leads the charge of Death Eaters and Snatchers towards Hogwarts Bridge, where Neville waits for them to cross?
I don't know the guy's name. I can see him, but I don't know the guy's name. He's the lead snatcher, the one that gets in the fight with Bellatrix over the sword. I don't know his name.
Do you want to try to steal, St. Jimmy?
I can't think of his name either.
He's got great eyeliner.
It's Scabior.
Yeah, I would have never come up with that.
I just watched that movie, and I don't know if they've ever mentioned his name in the movie.
I don't know.
I suppose it because this is also the book, so maybe it's mentioned in the book.
Oh,
Yeah, is this based on the movies? It seems like it's more...
It'll tell you if it's book or movie.
Oh, really?
Because there was a question we were doing it where it talked about who was with Draco at the end in the room of requirement, and in the book it's not the same as in the movie,
Oh.
and so it specifically said in the book who was with.
Oh.
Alright, St. Jimmy.
Blue.
What subject does Professor Slughorn teach?
Potions.
Correct.
Collections.
Alright, LFG.
Horcruxes.
Blue. Hogwarts.
What word has Hermione written on the sheet of paper that Harry finds gripped in her petrified hand?
I think I'm going to lose. What word? I don't know.
It's year 2.
Yeah, I know where the scene is, and she's petrified. She's got the slip of paper in her hand. It's when they were fighting the Basilisk, and it was. I don't know what the word was.
Pipes.
It was pipes.
Ah.
Alright. I think we'll.
Hey, you're not too ahead of me.
Yeah. He's missed one. You've missed 3. So you're 2 ahead of him, or he's.
Oh
2
yeah,
ahead of you.
because yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess I'm a loser. How many are we going to here?
I don't know how many should we go to.
What are we at now?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If only we had that device to tell us how interesting
Tell
the
you what,
podcast is.
Two
Oh,
more questions gives me a chance to tie.
So if I get one of the next 2 correct, I win.
Or maybe we should go 3 more questions. That way I could technically win.
okay.
So
3
3 more
3
questions.
more each.
All right. So it's your turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll do you 3 more. You 3 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be even.
Yes. St. Jimmy. Orange. What object has the power to destroy Horcruxes because it imbibed basilisk venom in the Chamber of Secrets?
Sword of Gryffindor.
Correct.
Imbibed or imbued?
Imbibed.
It says
Word I'm not familiar with.
imbibed.
Usually it's just used to mean
It's
you
associated
drink
with
something.
drinking something.
Ah.
All right. LFG.
Okay, so at this point, the best I can do is actually tie.
Green. Who, under the effects of the Imperious Curse, leads Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Griphook to Bellatrix Lestrange's vault?
Wormtail.
Is that your final answer? Do you want
Sorry, wrong movie. Bellatrix Lestrange's vault, not Lucius's basement. It's the goblin in. I don't know his name.
you want to steal St. Jimmy?
I can't remember his name either.
Oh, it's Bogrod the Goblin.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd ever known his name.
All right. St. Jimmy. Orange. What is the object that the Triwizard Champions must find within a large maze in order to complete the 3rd task of the Triwizard Tournament?
The Triwizard Cup.
Correct.
Or the Goblet of Fire.
No, the Goblet of Fire is what they drew their names out of.
Oh, yeah.
All right. LFG. Orange. Where is the pensieve located?
Dumbledore's study.
Correct. It says Dumbledore's office, but same thing.
The study portion of his office.
Sure. All right, last question each. St. Jimmy, Orange. What does the mysterious symbol on Xenophilius's love goods necklace represent?
The Deathly Hallows.
It's
Correct.
the name of the movies. How is that hard?
And LFT, purple.
I feel like I'm getting unjust questions.
Which Hogwarts student was a fatality of the basilisk?
The only one that actually dies.
I don't know.
St.
Moaning
Jimmy?
Myrtle.
Correct.
Oh, I'm still thinking of the current ones. I wasn't thinking of the old ones.
All right, our winner is St. Jimmy.
Sweet. That's fun.
Good job,
Oh,
sir.
I can't believe I lost.
You
Hopefully,
had some pretty hard questions.
hopefully it was as
Random
fun.
characters'
Oh, but
names.
you still knew some of the answers, so I
Yeah.
really do think you might know more than me. Have to see if you can beat Hazy.
Yeah. Hopefully it was as fun for the listeners as it was for
Hopefully.
us. And that's Nerdiculture.
All right, for Technergy, I have IMDb's list of most popular science fiction movies of. It's a top 50. I don't think I'm going to start down there because most of these I haven't heard of. Top 50 most popular sci-fi movies. Let me start up where there's some
My
I've
mic
heard
just
of.
went limp.
It attacked him. I saw it.
So I'm going to start at number
Just do the top 10.
top 10. Okay, that'll be good, and then we can talk about ones we've seen. Actually, I'm going to do top 20. Number 20, Transformers: The Last Night. I didn't even
What?
know there was a Transformers movie
Yeah, I didn't watch
that
it.
came out this year.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone did.
it looked even worse than the last one.
It got a 5.2 out of 10, I'm assuming.
That's failing.
That sounds about right.
Geostorm, never heard of it.
I've heard of that one.
Kong Skull Island is number 18.
That was
Ooh,
actually
I
a
saw
good
that
I
in
movie.
the
think that
theater.
should have been higher.
That was a good movie.
really good movie.
Yeah.
The Circle, I heard, was.
I did not like it.
That's
I
probably
watched.
where I heard it wasn't great.
It was. There's been like Antitrust and a few other ones that were very similar in concept.
It's
It had
basically anti-big
potential.
data.
But it fell flat on its face.
Yeah, I think it suffered by the director's vision.
Number 16 is The Dark Tower, which I've
Yes,
seen.
I've seen it in the theater twice.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it.
Which one is that?
The Stephen King Dark Tower.
Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey.
Nope, I haven't seen it.
Okay. War for the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, I haven't seen that
Haven't
yet.
seen it.
I plan to see it soon.
I haven't seen it either. I don't think I've seen the one previous to it because this is the third one.
I
With
think I've seen the
I've
first
got
two.
that movie and the previous two movies in my queue for Netflix, so
Yeah.
that because my
Oh.
wife hasn't seen any of them.
I'm not a
so.
big Planet of the Apes fan, so
number 14, Wonder Woman. I really liked.
Yep,
I like that.
I liked
it
it.
had some big gaping plot
Yep.
holes, but
still does.
We'll
but
ignore
it was still a
those.
good movie.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That was
was
a
a
great
good one.
I
movie.
didn't see it, but
Very, very much enjoyed that. That was a much better Spider-Man.
number 12, Logan.
I have not seen that
A
yet.
lot of hype, really not a lot of. It was just way too dramatic, overly dramatic. Just
I would say I liked it, but it was
yeah, I liked
nothing
it.
special.
Hello,
What's up?
did you just wake up? For those that are wondering, one of D. Vitty's sons has just made his arrival to the world.
It's opened the door to the studio. We need one of those on-air
He's
signs.
breaking the fourth wall, literally.
All right, so Logan, which wasn't a bad movie, it was
No, I thought it
entertaining.
was good.
Good.
It was fine. 11, Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
Very visual.
I liked it for the most part. I couldn't stand the main characters.
Nope.
Number 10, What Happened Monday.
Have not seen that yet.
I just watched that just
Monday?
yesterday, or the day before.
Oh.
In fact, your wife has seen it.
Yeah, she saw it. I haven't seen it yet, though.
It's an interesting, very interesting movie. The premise on that one is there's septuplets in a society that only allows one child,
Right.
and they make it to adulthood, and one of them goes missing.
Yeah.
And so they have to figure out.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought
We've
was
covered it
pretty
a couple
interesting.
times on the show.
all right, yeah.
Number 9, Flatliners. This is a
remake
reboot,
from
a
the
remake.
Yeah, and I haven't watched the new
91
I
movie.
haven't seen the new one.
The old one was cool.
The old one had Kevin Bacon, right?
And
Yeah.
Sutherland Kiefer.
Oh, yeah.
Number 8, Blade Runner 2049.
I saw it. Not being a fan of the Blade Runner series, it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but it was okay.
I tried watching the original Blade Runner so I could watch the new one, and
Yeah,
I couldn't do that.
I
either,
haven't
so
made it through the
probably never
original
watched
either.
this one.
Yeah, the original one was really slow, and it has
And
this
if you
cult
see the-
following, but I don't.
And if you
know
see the
why.
version that has the Harrison Ford narration throughout, that's annoying.
So nobody's seen 2049.
I've seen it.
Oh, you did see it.
Yeah.
Oh, you said it didn't make sense.
Right.
Is there something buzzing behind you?
The phasers?
Enterprise. Oh, I don't know.
It's Spock's tricorder.
Number 7, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Saw it. It was good.
I liked it. It was very funny.
Yes, it was very good.
The plot kind of took a backseat to the
The
humor,
Yeah.
but
Definitely.
number 6, Beyond Skyline.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Definitely never heard of it.
So the description is a tough-as-nails detective embarks on a relentless pursuit to free his son from a nightmarish alien warship. Never heard of
I
it.
think I've seen that one.
And
in
I don't
Amazon's-
recognize the names of any of the main actors. Alright, number 5, Downsizing.
Have not seen that
It
yet.
just opened, so.
So Matt Damon and his wife decide to
Go to Mars.
get themselves
Okay.
shrunk so they can live in this community of shrunken people.
That
But
way they can live.
his wife backs out after he's had the procedure
Oh,
done.
don't give me. I haven't watched the movie yet.
It's
so
in the
It's
trailer.
trailers.
Shh. Looks funny. Haven't seen it yet.
I actually saw that yesterday when I went and saw Star Wars. I saw that downsizing was open or out, so I was going to go do that sometime in the next 2 days.
Number 4, Thor Ragnarok.
Never watched it.
I saw it. I thought it was good. It was
Another one
Getting a little
where
burnt
the
out.
humor overshadowed the plot
yeah.
Well,
even more than
That doesn't
Guardians of the
surprise me.
Galaxy.
that's the way it was with the first Thor.
No, the first Thor didn't have much humor in it at
The
all.
other Thors are not as humorous as this.
This
There's
one-
like joke.
This one was constant
Constant
one-liners,
joke. Even when you think it's a
joking.
serious situation, they're joking.
very out of character for Thor.
Yes,
Number 3, Justice League.
I saw
I
that.
saw it.
That again has that slight dark tone, but I enjoyed it.
I liked
I
it.
liked it. The beginning was a little disjointed, but
I do think they're
It's
just a little too
and
dark.
it has the problem where the heroes don't use their powers consistently or
Nope.
to the best effect,
Well,
and
that's common in
the ending I
superhero
thought was a little
comic
weak.
book movies.
Number 2, Bright. I just watched this.
I saw that the other day.
I did too. That actually was pretty decent.
I liked it.
And that's an Amazon movie, isn't it?
No, it's
It's
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah,
original.
Netflix movie.
I didn't pay as close attention as I should because I was building my enterprise while I watched it.
Oh,
But my wife would be like, "Whoa," and I'd be like, "What? Oh, you missed it. There was some, you know." It's like,
Yeah,
dang
that
it,
was-
I should be watching this.
I actually thought that was going to be like a really like a no-name kind of movie, just a made-for-TV kind of deal. And
Yeah.
It came off a lot better, though. I do think they were having a little trouble developing the Orc's character correctly. But other than that, the movie was great.
yeah, I liked it. I'll
I
talk
saw
about it
the-
a little bit more
I saw
later.
the ending coming from a mile away, though.
Oh yeah, you know that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, number 1, The Last Jedi. Never heard of it. I don't think it sounds like a good movie. Just kidding.
When did that come out? Yeah, that's not even on my Netflix or anything. What is that?
I know you're planning to see it this afternoon.
Oh, you haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet?
I'm gonna see it today.
Oh, I saw it yesterday.
I saw it on Christmas.
That's it. That's all the top 20 movies that came out this.
Did we mention that this is our season 5 finale?
No, not yet.
I guess people would
It's
know
your
by the
finale?
title, but
Yeah. It's our finally.
it's the finale of season 5.
Finally.
It's the finale.
The fine
Ale.
ale.
That ties in with Star Wars.
Finn ale. Oh yeah. Wouldn't
Big old glass of fin ale.
Finn leaves the Alliance and just becomes a home brewer.
If only he was in the original cast of the
He retires.
Gilligan's Island, then he would have
Yeah.
fit in with their fake sponsor.
That reboot's coming where
Where Finn is on the
Finn
island.
is on the island.
Don't you know they're in the same
Gilligan.
universe? He just transports forward in time and ends
Ah.
up with Gilligan.
Yeah.
'Cause
and
remember-
it's lost in a black hole.
Star Wars happens a long time ago and
Right.
so far away. So, see, really what happens is the Guardians of the Galaxy catch Finn
hmm
and teleport him to Earth.
Okay.
So,
And then the Globetrotters show up.
Yeah.
yes, with Scooby-Doo.
Right.
All right, that's Technology. Do we have any news?
News.
Did you?
Well, downsizing is open.
And that's the news.
I don't really know if there's any news. Not Christmas time. It kind of slows stuff down. So.
Well, if you want to support the show, go to EngineerdyShow.com where we have our Amazon links for the U.S. and the United Kingdom. If there's anybody in any other countries that want a link, let me know and I'll make one. You can also buy a t-shirt there on the shop tab. All right, let's go on to consumption.
All right. One thing I didn't put on my consumption was Bright because I forgot that I
Yeah.
watched it.
Oh,
I didn't
But
really consider
we
that
already-
either.
Talked about it.
Yep.
oh, well,
Well,
so
you could talk about it more.
do we want to talk about it now or?
Sure.
Okay, so it's set in present day Los Angeles,
Right.
except there are orcs, elves, and fairies.
And centaurs.
There are?
There was one in one scene.
Oh, I didn't see
I
it.
don't remember seeing
There
it.
actually 2 scenes had one in the
I
background.
know there was the little
Weird.
fairies flying around.
Because my wife pointed it out and I missed it because I was Star Trekking. And then the next time she said, "Look," and I'm like, and then I saw it.
Oh, Weird.
Yeah, I was doing something else while I was watching it.
So the orcs are basically like kind of lower class. Everybody thinks of them as just kind of thugs and
Because they sided with the Dark Lord thousands of years before.
yeah. And then the elves are like the upper class.
Snobs.
They have like their own part of town that other people aren't welcome in, and they're all rich and drive super nice cars and dress fancy.
Well, if you had magic and make,
yeah,
I guess I'm supposing they can make riches appear for them to use.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So when you were watching it, were you drawing parallels between current society and societal?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because I think that's what the whole intent of the movie was.
yeah, I think it was an allegory for modern day race relations.
Yeah.
But there are a few magic wands, and only certain people can wield them without exploding, and they're called brights. And
Like Rainbow Bright.
most brights are elves, but they have mentioned that a few humans have been brights also.
Magic.
And the story follows these two cops. One's a human. One is the first orc cop ever. And they get called out somewhere. Can't remember why they go there, but anyways, they end up in possession of a wand, and everybody else wants it. So
The good guys and the bad guys.
yeah,
And the gangsters.
and they don't know who on their side is good and who they can trust, and
Yeah, some of the cops flip the
Whatnot.
script.
it's pretty interesting. It goes, you get a feel for like the culture just through, what's going on, and
Kind of feels like you're watching 1970s race relations
yeah, it's just
all over.
it was just interesting because they're these different races from fantasy
Yep. And
stories.
If you're sensitive to that kind of thing, there is a lot of cussing.
Oh, there is. Yeah,
Even
that
though
was the
the
one.
Fresh Prince didn't want to put cussing in his rhymes. He doesn't care about putting it in his movies. So
Yeah, that was the one
Casino.
thing that my wife said. She's like,
Is it his movie though?
I don't know.
I wish they had just
I don't think it is.
not
Well, he was in it.
sworn as much, but
I'm pretty sure he didn't write it and direct it or anything. But
Yeah, my point being though is you take the job you're offered unless you have the ability to control it.
right.
so I liked it. I wonder if they're gonna make more.
I don't know.
I kind of like to watch it again, but I do think it's definitely set up for a second one.
Yeah, I probably should watch it again since I wasn't paying real close attention the first time. I was digging through bags trying to find a specific Lego.
Nice.
A specific one.
I mean, Mega Block.
He wanted a 3x3, 17 inches long.
Now, the great thing about when I was putting this together, my wife could tell when I was starting to get frustrated not finding a part, and she would like walk over and look through a couple bags. Here it is. I'd like, yes, thank you.
Nice.
And it's still my turn. I watched. Well, I got the Three Amigos and the Princess Bride movies for Christmas,
Oh, nice.
so I watched both of those. I don't know what more to say. I love the Three Amigos. Princess Bride's awesome.
She asked me about that one before giving it to you, and I'm like, you nailed it. That's the one he's gonna want.
Might be the most quoted movie on this show.
Probably. Well, and then there was one part that I laughed pretty hard, and she's like, "You've seen this movie so many times. Why are you laughing at this?" I'm like,
He
"I
said-
didn't remember this part."
He said Miranda. Oh.
No, it's the part when they get to the
Actually,
singing
she
bush,
said it.
and they
Yeah.
all like get off their horses, and Chevy Chase like goes to dismount his horse and ends up on the horse next to him
Yeah.
backwards. And I'd forgotten that was in there, so I just started laughing.
That's funny. We both fired up.
I'm really gonna have to watch that movie because I don't know if I've ever really watched it.
Oh, you need to.
It's great.
I have a cousin's family; they love that thing
You
too.
could throw it over there in the dry creek bed.
All right. I watched Maze Runner 2.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember the name of that
It's
particular one.
this
Scorch Trials.
Scorch
Yeah.
Trials.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I thought it was alright. It'd been a long time since I'd seen the original one, so I went on Wikipedia and read the plot synopsis for the first movie.
Oh,
I actually paused this movie, and within the first couple minutes, I read through that. Okay, I think I know what's going on.
So let me get this right. You did research on the movie you were watching to get the.
I've done that before.
You were definitely a nerd.
Because we watched like Resident Evil 6 or something.
Oh, well, that one definitely required it because
And I'm
it's so
like,
hard
I
to
have
keep
no,
up with
I've
those.
not seen any of these movies, so I like read all the plot descriptions for the previous movies, and I kind of had an idea what was going on. But
I wonder.
You should have done what you told your daughter to do before she watched Star Wars movies to watch all the.
Were they not going to make another one? Because it seems like it should have been out by now.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a
Maze
third
Runner
one.
comes out either January or February. I think it's end of January.
Oh, so they did make a third one.
That's one of the reasons I watched
Boy, they
this.
really haven't publicized that. Or...
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons we got this Maze Runner 2 through the Netflix DVD thing, so that I could see it before the third one comes out.
Oh. The books are really good.
I wonder if the third one, they think it's going to flop. That's why they haven't really spent much money on it.
And I finished Supernatural Season 3.
Yesterday?
Yep. I binged on it pretty hard yesterday.
Oh.
I pretty much watched that all day. And played some Tiger Woods 2012 golf
Nice.
while watching.
You should have seen one of his putts. It was awesome.
I
He
had
actually
another
putted
one
it
like
past
that.
the hole, and then the slope of the green curled it around and brought it back into the hole.
I actually
Nice.
did that twice. Once after you left the room, again.
Pretty impressive.
And then DVD and his wife took me and my wife out to see Star Wars: The Last Jedi on Christmas.
Cool.
And the movie was great. I did not appreciate some of the people in the theater with us.
Oh boy.
So there was a couple back behind me to the left, and then one guy back behind me to the right that just talked constantly through the movie. And it was so annoying. And at one point, the guy to the right of me shushed the couple to the left of me. And I'm just like, dude, you're worse than they are. Well, the couple, I don't think the woman could understand Ray's accent.
Oh.
And so every time she said something, she'd be like, what? And then her husband would repeat it to him, but not in like in outside voices. What'd she say? She said this. And it's just like, dude, can't you understand that people are around here? That's one of my pet peeves, is people that just are not aware of anyone else around them.
So for the most part, I avoid that by just looking really surly when people come in and they tend to sit looking away from me and kind of avoiding me. But there's nothing you can really do about it when people get really bad.
Several times I turned around to look at the guy so that he would realize that people were...
See, in instances like that, that's why it's nice to have a Colt 45 or something in your pocket. You flash the handle.
And then you get arrested.
Not if you have a concealed carry permit. I didn't say you actually did anything with it, but you just make the implication.
Yeah,
so
that could be enough.
I could understand whispering to the person next to you about something, but saying it in just
outside
a normal outside voice, like talking to the characters, or guessing what's going to happen next. Oh, he's going to shoot her, or something like that, or...
Yeah, no, I'm glad I
like,
didn't.
oh, don't do that. It's like, dude,
I would have lost it.
And this is why I dislike theaters. One of the reasons.
Well, we originally wanted to go to a more classier theater, but they were pretty much sold out except for the first 2 rows for the whole day. So we went to the... I like to call it the Walmart of theaters.
Somebody at work, they know that I dislike going to the theater.
Yeah.
They're like, well, would you pay $60 to watch a new release movie at home instead of have to go to the theater? I was like, heck yeah, because you could invite as many people over as you wanted, and then you could pause it. You can sit it in your couch. Make your own popcorn that's better than the theater popcorn.
Yeah.
Better than theater popcorn?
Yeah.
What?
Well, we got there like 30 minutes early to make sure we got good seats.
Oh.
The popcorn was gone before the movie started.
Yeah, see?
That's the other thing about the the Walmart theater is it's a first come first serve. So the sooner you're
Yeah.
there, the better seat you get. Whereas the other
The other
theater,
one you
you have
reserve
to
a
reserve
seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You get a lazy boy. Well,
Yeah,
not really
well,
a
they
lazy boy, a
reclined.
reclining chair.
in the nice
That's
theater.
where
They
we're
don't
going
really,
today.
They don't really.
Awesome.
So, do you have a problem with the seats, or do they fit you really well?
They're fine.
Yeah. See, I have a problem with the seats because me being taller with longer legs, the joint doesn't bend at my knees, and so it makes me
Oh,
uncomfortable to
yeah.
sit in them.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I got to lop a couple inches off somewhere.
All right, what's your consumption, LFG?
Well, as we were talking about it, I was just at the Last Jedi as well yesterday, and I went to the theater that you're talking about, and hence my only real complaint about that was the seat. Though there was a character in the movie that I didn't really find to be good.
Yeah, I didn't like her either.
Yeah, she was in the Jurassic Park movie, so when you get to her, you'll understand her and realize that her character just doesn't really fit in the.
Yeah, she kept digging through Triceratops poop for no reason.
It
I
was,
just didn't.
it was really weird. It didn't fit into the. No, it's just her character itself doesn't really fit
They
into
just cut in scenes
where
from
it's supposed to
another
be in the
movie.
plot. And it just didn't. It didn't work for me. But other than that, other than my all-time dislike of Kylo Ren and his character and who plays him and the fact that he's supposed to be Han Solo's son, the rest of the movie was really good.
And there's
actually.
more humor in it than other ones.
I felt like it was.
And
Yeah,
not like Jar Jar Binks tried to force humor. This is like actual humor.
it kind of went back to
He's a
to
Kylo
the
Ren.
Empire Strikes Back and the New Hope kind of feel to it. It really was much more of what I would consider the real Star Wars. Some of the humor was a little bit childish, like you saw in Empire Strikes Back and A New Hope, but at the same time, the movies are semi-geared towards children. So
Yeah, my wife really dislikes their choice of actor for Kylo Ren.
yeah, I can't stand
What's
it.
his Adam Driver or something?
Well, I don't understand how Leia and Han could have had a self-absorbed Jewish child. Just the actor just does not fit into.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't like Poe either at the beginning, so it does make it sound like I'm anti-Semitic. Not that that's the case, but I actually really got behind Poe this time. They developed Poe's character enough where it wasn't just as I don't know. He came off dark in the first one, and so I really actually like Poe now. But yeah, I still can't get behind Kylo Ren. But then again, you do want the people to hate him, so maybe they got what they wanted.
I just see him as a whiny little brat that doesn't get his way, so he acts out in bratish ways.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
he
much.
definitely has a temper problem in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
The funniest part of that movie is when he's throwing a fit and like slashing out the room with the lightsaber, and the two stormtroopers come
Right.
around the corner.
And then he turned around.
One of them like stops the other one, and they turn around and go back.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Definitely must see. I liked it.
Okay, well, I will see it today.
When you get done, you'll have to tell me what you think of Bill Weasley.
Because in the last one, thought he did a good job in
Yeah,
The Force Awakens.
Yeah, I'm not sure if. I think he as an actor did a good job, but I'm not sure if they, as the production crew, did him justice. But
No.
his eyebrows were bugging the heck out of me. But anyway, so Last Jedi. I also watched Despicable Me 3 on the airplane as I was coming back from my daughter's boot camp graduation. I felt like that was just another cookie cutter Despicable Me movie, and there really wasn't anything terribly special about it. In fact, I'm not even sure if I finished the movie, to be honest with you.
I don't think I've seen an entire Despicable Me
Yeah.
movie. So
I have been reading a book series, which I find I'm enjoying spy-type books a lot more lately than anything else. So I was reading The Hit and The Target, and there's another one, I can't remember what the name of it is. It's on the same thing. It's a premise behind one or two snipers, assassins or whatever, that work for the federal government and the snafus that they get themselves into with the federal government. And one of the big differences with these books that you don't see in some of the other ones like Mitch Rapp or Jack Reacher is that the head of the CIA is an idiot. And so they're working around this really weak character that's slowly becoming very selfish and self-defeating and terrible for the agency. And so it's a little bit different than what you get out of most of the other books, because usually that person's like the person they're saying is the best person ever. So
That's interesting.
but yeah, but I watched Bright, but didn't realize, you get that question, what did you have for
Right.
so you just, so I watched Bright, and like we were saying the other day, I watched What Happened to Monday, and sitting around with some time on my hands, I'm just looking at random movies on Netflix and Amazon Prime now. So
Yeah, because we get the whole week off from work for our
right.
job.
It's nice.
yeah, I still can't do what DVD does though, and watch everything in this world while Minecrafting everything. But I have been doing a bunch of stuff in Minecraft still, trying to build more buildings and stuff. But
I finished my replaying of Grand Theft Auto Vice City yesterday. It's fun. And I started San Andreas, which is really fun. So
you're saying is you spent some time beating up hookers?
I don't do that.
What? That's not necessary for the game?
No.
Oh.
I thought one of the ones was. I thought
I've
there
never
was
played it,
actually
so I
a
don't
thing
know.
that you had to do once that.
No.
Maybe it's the one before Vice City.
Totally optional.
Oh, so you can do it. It's
You
just
can do it.
Yeah.
Optional.
You don't have to.
I think it might have been before Vice City.
Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah, where you actually had to. Is one of the storylines was do that.
I don't remember doing that. So. All right, our next segment is Nerd Cred.
Of course, mine is sitting behind you if you're watching on YouTube. I built that Enterprise. We talked about getting another one and altering it to make a Reliant,
Oh.
so we can reenact the Star Trek II battle in the Nebula.
I may have purchased a second one.
We also talked about they should have an option where you can buy battle damage bricks to put on the
Oh,
outside.
that would be cool.
That'd be cool to match up with the movie.
So you just got to get an airbrush and a paint set and make your own battle damage bricks.
Yeah.
Maybe a lighter and a heater or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
With some phaser scorch marks on the side of the boat
Yeah.
or vessel.
It also, I don't know if you can tell watching YouTube, but it comes with two little figures, Spock and Kirk. They each have a phaser. Kirk has a communicator, and Spock has a tricorder on a belt that drapes around his shoulder.
They are definitely not the same scale as the
They
ship.
are not to the scale.
What do you mean? Just because they're.
And Spock, one of
half
his
as tall
hands,
as the
his
main
fingers are slightly parted in the middle, so it looks like they both would salute. But he can still hold the phaser with that hand,
Oh.
which he's doing now. Don't be alarmed, but he's pointing it at the back of your head. So he should be pointing at Godzilla, who's standing right behind the Enterprise.
Ooh, Godzilla versus the Enterprise.
Yes, that would be awesome.
So there's a scene in The Three Amigos where El Guapo's opening his birthday gift, and
yes.
it's a sweater, which they're in Mexico, so it seems kind of weird, but he's really excited. He goes, "It's a sweater!" Well, I do
He
that.
even says it twice.
I do that at home a lot when people are opening gifts,
Yeah.
even though it's never a sweater. Well, this year I didn't have to do it. One of my kids did it. And I was like, yes!
You win as a parent.
I win! So it wasn't me this year. It was one of my kids. So
That's awesome. So that's on the me then?
Yep.
So I've been kind of frustrated with my vehicle. As much as I really love my F-150, I'm not getting the gas mileage out of it that I thought I should. So I was looking up online trying to figure out how to get better gas mileage. And one of the things that I came across was that the EcoBoost, I hate your mic stand again. The EcoBoosts don't do well with elevation changes like hills and stuff, which where I live is definitely a reason why it's not doing so good. And then the other thing is that they get better fuel mileage when they're warmed up. They don't do very good when they're cold. Well, I have a tendency to do really short trips and not letting my truck warm up before I take off, so that is definitely a big sink. But the third one, which is a lot more important, I think, or definitely something I can do something more about, was that the grade of gasoline you use, as you go up in grade to like 89 and 91 octane, the mileage goes up. And so I'm thinking to myself, well, yeah, but just because the mileage goes up doesn't mean it's more cost effective to buy the more gas. And
Right.
so I sat down and at work one day and I made a spreadsheet basing off of where my truck was currently sitting running 87 octane at 14.7 miles per gallon. What mile per gallon would I need to hit to make certain other octanes work good? And so I used the prices from Costco because I just recently filled up, and that was based at 259 a gallon, and the 89 was, or the 91 was 289 a gallon. So then I did the calculation and figured it out and set up an entire spreadsheet so that I can actually just change the numbers and do the values if I wanted to do that, and change the bases if as the year changes and the weather temperature goes up. All said and done, I have the spreadsheet now that can tell me at what target I'm looking for to figure out whether it's better to buy the higher octane. And what I found is at 91 octane, which is a 30-cent differential from the 87 octane, I only needed to achieve a 16.4 mile per gallon average over my 14.7. So it's about 2.5, no, 2.7, 1.7 mile per gallon increase, which is not very much at all. In fact, I went up to 89 octane and I'm currently over that 1.9.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was, or 1.7. I can't do math today for nothing. So the long and the short of it was that going to the higher octane is worth it, even at just 89, and that's only just running one tank. And they say that it usually takes 2 or 3 tanks before you start to see it actually come out right, because it's got to clean out and re-lubricate or whatever it does to the inside of your engine. So it usually takes a tank or 2 or 3 before you start seeing the real change between the two. So I'm already seeing enough increase, and then to make it even better, because I set this up with a spreadsheet, I could play with the numbers and look at graphing changes in the price and how it affects things. And as the price of gas goes up, the amount of increase I would need in mile per gallon goes down. So
Right.
so
Because the differential stays the same.
So the reality is, when you go to the gas pump, you're like, oh my God, the gas prices went up again. Holy smokes! You still want to put in the more expensive gas because you're actually going to get even more value out of it than you would before, even though it means you have to choke down that little higher price tag again, but you're actually getting much more value out of it by doing that. So that was definitely contrary to what my brain was telling me.
Interesting.
So yeah, I nerded that one all up. Sorry, guys.
No, that's awesome. That's great. Engineered cred.
Yeah, my wife's F-150, we totally redid the exhaust, and I did an intake mod on it, and that helped a little
Really?
bit. Yeah.
You might have to share that information with me.
Well, I just put headers on it, high flow cats, and a high flow dual in, dual out crossover muffler, and then I did the GOTS mod on the intake to increase the diameter.
God's mod.
Does she have an EcoBoost, or is it just a regular 8?
No, it's just a regular V8.
Yeah. So that might not work as well with me because I have the Turbo Boost 6.
I don't know. We'd have to do some research.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
she gets around town between 14 and 15 miles a gallon.
Yeah, and that's what they said that the V8s are supposed to get, and my EcoBoost was supposed to be closer to 17, 18. Some people are reporting 22, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Because I'm sitting at 14.7 right now. So that's why I started looking at stuff. And yeah, the hills and letting your vehicle warm up, because I drove to the airport and back on this last tank of gas, and I think
Which is
that,
about an hour drive.
Yeah, an hour drive one way and an hour drive back, and that constant driving when it was nice and warm helped considerably bring my average up.
Well, and you're on the highway for most of that.
Yeah, well, yeah, the stopping and starting thing, yeah.
Cool.
Although depending on the time of day, you can have stopping
Yeah.
and starting on the freeway as
Yeah,
well.
true.
well, I did. There were parts where we were down to 20 and then come to a full dead stop. Then we're back
Yeah.
up to 50 and back down to 20, and yeah, it was. And I wasn't on the highway the entire time because having been gone for a few days down in Texas and then come back up here, I stopped at this gas station and I
yeah.
stopped at that thing. But
Is that it?
yeah, the only other credit I have is that I have a daughter who has graduated from boot camp and is now an Air Force airman.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Yes. She looks pretty good in her uniform. Still have a hard time with the Air Force, being a Navy person myself. But I did grow up next to an Air Force base, so I can't be too main to the Air Force.
I grew up on Air Force bases. Because our dad was in the Air Force.
Yeah, I know. That's why I had to say Air Force once.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he doesn't pull Elvis here out and recruits me.
No, I think he'd
Yeah.
agree with you.
I think most of them know that that's the easy service.
Yeah.
All right. Our final segment is feedback.
All right. Can't wait.
Our friend Rob from the UK sent us a Merry Christmas on Facebook and Twitter.
All right. Thanks, Rob.
He also noted that he bought something through our Amazon link.
Was it shepherd's pie?
I don't know.
Oh.
But
Awesome.
Neil Orange Peel, also from the UK,
Yes.
commented on Twitter that he, let's see, I guess last episode we talked about shepherd's pie. He said it's
Yeah.
a lot easier to eat than cottage pie.
Okay.
I just looked up
Cottage pie.
cottage pie,
Cottage pie actually exists.
and the result says shepherd's pie. I don't know what the difference is.
Well, cottages are more gamey tasting than shepherds.
I would
Oh,
think
I
they were
guess
more
he was-
fibrous and woody.
I guess
but-
that he was making that pun that since we said shepherd's pie is made out of shepherds, cottage pie would be made out of cottages.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now. That's actually pretty funny. Now that I understand the joke.
Well,
Took me a little bit. It's early in the morning for me still, so.
Almost noon.
Well, that's why I get it now, and I
Yes.
didn't earlier
Oh, okay.
when I first got up.
When you first looked at the
Yeah,
comments.
yeah, that's. So thanks, Neil. And somebody named David Harstock liked our Pinterest thing. So,
the Spock one, or
no, it's a G.I. Joe.
oh yeah, the GI Joe one. Yeah.
All right. If you want to contact us, send an email to enginerdyshow@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Enginerdy Show.
And make sure to tune in next week for season 6.
Dun, dun,
With
dun.
DVD back.
DVD will be back.
Hopefully,
DVD
it makes
will be-
it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We can't make
It
it
is
here.
winter.
I do want to point out, I'm not sure if you really want me to say this or not, but I'm reading the show notes for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about here. They have basically a word file, gives us a basic outline of what we're doing, and when you get to the ending, it actually says awkward ending. So
It's usually awkward.
yeah, it's just I thought that was interesting that we just plumbed it in right that way.
It's to remind me to make it awkward.
You have to be reminded for that.
Sometimes. Support the show by going to enginerdyshow.com and clicking on the appropriate Amazon link for your country.
And it's really easy to do.
Yeah, and you just have to do it once. Hit the bookmark once you get there, and it remembers where you got it. Thank you for listening this week. Stay nerdy.
Live long and nerdy.
I don't have a tagline. Y'all have a good one.
That works.